Today, we're diving deep into a skill that is, well, it's absolutely essential for safe medical practice.
It really is.
But it's also one that gets tested in the most stressful way possible.
Right. Clinical task prioritization.
Exactly. And if you've ever had that, that sinking feeling when the ward bleep just won't stop at 5:45 in the evening, this deep dive is for you.
It's the difference between safe, managed order and just unsafe chaos.
It really is. So we've gone through a whole stack of sources, everything from GMC guidance to notes for high-stakes exams.
All to distill the absolute must-know rules for ordering your work when you feel completely overwhelmed.
Let's start with a scenario, one that really grounds this whole discussion.
Okay.
Imagine you are the only junior doctor on a really busy ward. It's just hit 5:45 p.m., and of course, everybody needs you now.
The classic scenario.
It is. The bleep is going off for new chest pain with dynamic ECG changes.
Okay, that's bad.
That sounds bad.
Yeah.
You also have a patient with suspected sepsis who needs their antibiotics, like right now, within the hour.
Time critical.
And the lab phones with a potassium of 6.4.
Wow.
Okay. On top of that, you've got 3 routine discharge summaries that the ward manager is desperate for.
First.
And to top it all off, the nurse in charge is looking at you and she just looks genuinely worried.
That is the ultimate pressure cooker. And the mission for you in that moment, the GMC-defined mission, isn't just to get through the list.
Right.
It's about ordering the work to minimize immediate harm and, maximize the benefit for all your patients.
So what we're going to give you is that clear, systematic framework, the sickest first strategy to cut through the noise.
Exactly.
So before we jump into that framework, what's the one thing you need to remember? The one-liner that cuts through everything else.
I think it's this. Triage by risk. Act on time-critical tasks first, escalate early, and leave a clear written plan.
That single mantra, that is what separates a high-scoring, safe response from an unsafe one.
Absolutely. And that's exactly why exams like the MSRA SJT focus on this so heavily. They aren't just testing your clinical knowledge, they're testing your judgment, your ability to triage.
Can you spot the patient who's about to deteriorate?
Exactly. Can you act in those tiny time windows? The golden hour for sepsis or, immediate treatment for that high potassium.
So we looked at the scoring logic for these exams, and it consistently rewards 3 things.
Okay.
First, and this is the big one, is risk-based triage. You're scored on prioritizing by clinical acuity.
Not by the order the jobs came in?
No. And definitely not by how loud or persistent the bleep is. That noise is just a cognitive decoy, isn't it?
It is. It's designed to pull you in the wrong direction. The second thing they reward is early escalation and safe delegation.
Right. Proving you know your limits.
Yes, and that you can use the team around you safely. You're assigning tasks to people who are competent to do them.
And the third piece is reliable continuity. This is a big one.
It's where things often fall apart in reality.
I think so.
Yeah.
You have to create a visible, transparent plan for the whole team and document everything robustly for the handover.
It all comes back to that core GMC principle, doesn't it? Safety beats speed.
Always.
A delay in one of those time-critical windows causes real avoidable harm. If you pause on that K of 6.4 because you want to finish a TTO...
You want that satisfaction of ticking a box.
Exactly. You're making an unsafe choice. Prioritization has to override convenience.
So, quick recap. Life threat or a narrow time window always beats a routine job.
Always.
But the question is, when you have 3 life threats at once, how do you decide who is first?
That's the million-dollar question.
Okay, let's unpack that with a clear step-by-step approach. This is the first, next, last framework that will always score you the highest marks.
And it's not just about managing the workload, it's about managing your own cognitive load, your stress.
Absolutely.
So we can break it down into 5 essential steps in sequence.
Okay, what's step 1?
Step 1, prioritize by acuity and time sensitivity. You always start with the patient's physiology.
So an ABCDE assessment, new WS2 score.
Yes. That prevents an immediate collapse, and it buys you time for everything else.
Okay, makes sense. Step 2.
Step 2 is to record a visible now, next, later plan. You have to get the chaos out of your head and onto a whiteboard or a piece of paper.
It makes it transparent for the rest of the team.
Exactly. And it helps manage their expectations, too.
Right. And step 3.
Urgently escalate. You call for help straight away when you know your personal capacity is unsafe.
Escalation isn't a sign of failure.
No, it's the opposite. It's a sign of insight. It unblocks the delays that are about to happen.
Okay. Step 4.
Delegate safely, share the load but responsibly. You use the SBAR framework.
Situation, background, assessment, recommendation.
Yes, and you must confirm the person's competence for the task you're giving them.
Crucial. And the final step, number 5.
Enter contemporaneous notes and handover. This protects continuity. It provides a clear record of your decisions and, just as importantly, your reasons for them.
You need that audit trail.
You absolutely do.
Okay, that sequence is logical. But under pressure, logic can go out the window. People need a tool. And the source material gave us a brilliant memory hook for this. It's the acronym PREDD.
PRUDD. I like it.
So P is for prioritize. R is for record the plan.
Right.
U is for urgently escalate. D is for delegate safely.
And E must be.
E is for internotes and handover. PREDD.
That's very good.
But let's make it real. Let's apply PRUDD to our opening scenario. Chest pain, sepsis, K of 6.4. I'm stressed. My gut says treat the potassium because it's a number. It's a quick fix.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why do I have to start with P prioritize and see the chest pain patient first with an ABCDE?
That is a brilliant question because you're right, the 6.4 is critical and it is time sensitive.
Yeah.
But the chest pain with dynamic ECG changes represents an unstable patient. Your ABCDE assessment is your physiological firewall. If that patient arrests, every other job becomes irrelevant.
Okay, so you secure the physiology.
You secure the physiology before you start treatment for the others, even with their tight time windows.
Got it. So my first action is triage the chest pain, assess stability. Then I move to our record plan. What am I even writing? I feel like I have no time to write.
We don't need to write a novel, just the now, next, later plan. Now, chest pain review, start K protocol, start sepsis bundle, next, document later, discharge summaries.
It takes 30 seconds.
And it provides structure for everyone.
That brings us to urgently escalate. I mean, with all that going on, I am fundamentally unsafe on my own.
You are?
So why doesn't calling my registrar look like I can't cope?
Because trying to be independent when patient safety is at risk is a low-scoring action. You're not just a doctor, you're a resource manager. Calling the registrar and the nurse in charge is the highest scoring action because it creates capacity. You're telling the team, I have 3 simultaneous life threats, I need help.
So calling early is strategic, not weak.
Exactly.
Okay, after escalation comes delegate safely. Let's say I want to delegate the repeat blood test for the high potassium. Who gets it? How do I brief them?
So you delegate to someone you trust is competent. A senior nurse, maybe another junior doctor. You use SBAR.
Right.
You explain the situation. We need a repeat K-stat. Background, it was 6.4. Treatment started. Assessment, high cardiac risk. And recommendation, please take this blood now, walk it to the lab, and let me know the result within 45 minutes.
That SBR framework, it just forces you to be clear, doesn't it?
It does. It ensures nothing gets lost in translation in that moment of chaos.
And finally, enter notes. We can't skip it, even when we're racing.
Never. Skipping documentation doesn't just put you at risk. It puts the patient at risk. It breaks that chain of continuity. That audit trail is your evidence of safe practice.
Okay, so a key part of this is spotting the risks immediately, the red flags.
Yes. You have to be able to identify these instantly.
So let's list them. First one, deterioration or a high NWS2 score. That means a patient could collapse at any moment.
Exactly. Second is the time-critical windows we've mentioned. Sepsis, ACS, stroke therapy, these are measured in minutes.
Right. The third flag is critical results or alarms.
That's our K of 6.4. Or a big drop in hemoglobin, or a radiology alert.
And the last one is maybe less obvious. Tasks beyond your competence without supervision.
That's a huge one. If you're asked to do something you've never done before on an unstable patient, you have to speak up immediately. Unsupervised action, there is a catastrophe waiting to happen.
So this brings us back to that core dilemma. Multiple critical flags, unstable patient, critical result, narrow time window. How do you sequence them?
The answer is always the same. Start with physiology, the ABCDE, to stabilize. Then you apply the time windows for treatment.
So it's not strictly linear?
No, it's a parallel process, and the thing that makes it possible is escalation. While you're stabilizing the chest pain patient, you've already asked for help to get the other treatments started.
And you need to communicate that clearly.
You do. You need to internalize a phrase like, I'm reviewing the unstable patient first and starting the other time-critical treatments. I'll update on timings for routine tasks soon.
It shows you've triaged and you're managing expectations.
Precise.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me, managing capacity by using the team. Let's dig deeper into safe delegation and this idea of a visible plan.
So, safe delegation. The GMC standards demand structure. We mentioned SBR, but you also have to confirm competence.
What does that mean in practice?
It means if a nurse is brilliant at cannulation,
Yeah.
but less confident with complex drug calculations, you delegate the cannula, not the drug chart.
Common sense, really.
It should be. You also set a clear deadline, and you ask for a check back where they confirm they've understood.
And that's why asking an HCA to just keep an eye on the high-risk patient is so bad.
It's completely inappropriate supervision. That patient needs active clinical oversight, not passive observation.
Got it. Now, the visible plan, the now next later board, you mentioned another mnemonic for that.
Yes, to make that plan really robust, you use ODT for every task on the board.
ODT?
O is for owner, who is responsible. D is for deadline, when it must be done by. And T is for threshold to call.
Threshold to call. Tell me more about that. That feels really key.
It's the most important part and the bit that's often missed. It defines the boundary of safety. It's not call me if the patient dies. No, it's call me if their heart rate goes above 110, or call the registrar if the repeat potassium is still above 5.5.
Ah, so it creates a specific trigger for re-escalation.
Exactly. It makes sure that delegated task has clear accountability built in.
This completely changes how you think about escalation. It's not just for when you're drowning.
Not at all. You call early, preemptively. If you spend 20 minutes with the chest pain patient and the sepsis antibiotics get delayed because you tried to do it all yourself, you've failed.
Early escalation creates the capacity you need.
It's the highest scoring and safest thing you can do.
Right. We have to talk about the trap answers. The SJT is specifically designed to trip you up.
The exam raters know exactly what a tired, stressed doctor wants to do instinctively, and they make that the lowest scoring option.
Let's run through them. Trap number 1.
Do jobs in arrival order, or do the easiest job first.
I can see why that's tempting. Finishing a discharge summary feels good.
It's a false sense of control, but it ignores acuity, so it's fundamentally unsafe.
Okay. Trap number 2.
Keep trying alone, don't escalate. This comes from pride or fear of looking incompetent.
But it just delays help and risks the patient getting sicker.
Exactly.
Trap number 3.
Delegate to whoever's free with no brief. This is unsafe delegation. You've offloaded the task, but not the responsibility.
Right. And number 4.
Skip documentation to save time. A huge temptation when the clock is ticking.
It's so dangerous.
So dangerous. It breaks continuity for the next shift. That 2 minutes you save can cause hours of problems, and it's a huge medico-legal risk.
And the last one, trap 5.
The one we mentioned, asking an HCA to keep an eye on a high-risk patient is just inappropriate supervision for an unstable patient.
So if you see any of those 5, you run a mile.
Absolutely.
Let's just say that golden rule one more time.
Triage, escalate, delegate, document. In that PRUDD order. Every single time.
And what about leaving at the end of a shift? Can you leave with jobs like those discharge summaries still outstanding?
Yes, you can, but only if you hand over clearly. With those ODT metrics owner, deadline, threshold, it's all documented.
So it's not about leaving the task. It's about leaving it without a clear plan and accountability.
That's the crucial difference.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. The core actionable insights for you, the listener. First, acuity beats arrival order. Always. Clinical need dictates the timeline, not the bleep.
Second, escalate early to create capacity. You cannot safely manage 3 simultaneous life threats alone.
Third, document with incompetence using SBAR and ODT. Make sure every task has clear accountability.
And fourth, document your plans and hand over clearly. Never, ever sacrifice continuity for speed.
And bringing it back one last time to that opening scenario. The chest pain, the sepsis, the high potassium.
The high-scoring choice was the one who went to the unstable chest pain patient first.
P for prioritize.
While immediately calling the registrar for help.
U for sure. Urgently escalate.
Getting the other treatments started, delegating safely,
delegate.
and then documenting the entire plan.
E for enter notes.
So,
It's the whole PRUDD framework in action.
that structure is your anchor in the storm.
This has been such a crucial lesson, and we really do recommend checking out pastmsra.com for more resources on this stuff.
They have some great material.
So before we close, a final thought for you to take away and consider.
Okay.
If clear documentation is so vital for continuity, how much detail should you actually put into documenting the rationale for your decisions? So, documenting why you chose to delay those 3 discharge summaries.
That's a fantastic question, because that rationale is often the difference between showing safety and just showing speed.
Right.
Writing down summaries delayed due to immediate patient risk from hyperkalemia and sepsis bundle justifies your actions to any future audit.
It's the hallmark of a safe, reflective doctor.
It is.
Well, that was our deep dive into prioritizing clinical tasks. We really hope this framework helps you turn that task overload into a clear, GMC-aligned action plan.
Thank you for joining us for this crucial lesson in safe practice.
Until next time, keep learning, keep triaging, and stay safe.